All right, welcome back to Move with Ben. Today's video is going to be a restorative, recovery, relaxing stretch session, yin yoga inspired. So we're going to do some kind of deeper positions and hold it for a little bit longer. So the key here is your breath. So breathe in deeply, exhaling slowly, and really thinking about relaxing into each movement. Okay, so we're going to start with some really basic ones. So we're going to start with child's pose, we're going to go into puppy pose, we're going to frog's pose. So they're going to be kind of just to set the intention, just to be present. So you're welcome if you want to close your eyes. Okay, so just starting on the floor in child's pose today. Okay, so where I want you to be is toes together, knees wide. Okay, if you're comfortable from there, you're going to fold forward, okay, into this position. Okay, and just relax into the floor. Deep breath here, and relax slowly into the floor. Maybe your arms are long, maybe they're just soft at the moment. Allow a little bit of time to bring yourself to the ground. Be grounded, be present throughout this morning. So just taking a few calming breaths here, okay? So deep breath in, exhale slowly. And then from there, I want you to purposefully lengthen your arms so the little finger is resting into the floor, and then press into the floor so you're stretching into your chest and shoulders. And then we're going to tilt the body weight forward slightly, so we're going to go into puppy pose. Okay, so this one, very similar. All I want is your hips and knees stacked, so you're not sitting into your feet, and you're just going to press your palms in towards the floor in this position. You might find a couple of clicks, just manage your spine accordingly. Deep breaths here. And then just gently press the weight of your body into one side and then into the other side as well. So you're working into your shoulders, into your chest, each side of your body. I want you then to just drive your knees a little bit wider. So almost like the inside of your foot, the inside of your foot is resting on the floor now. So this is into frog pose, and again, deep breaths, forehead maybe is resting on the floor. And then just bring your hands stacked underneath your body. And we're just going to allow a little bit of time just to roll your shoulders. Okay, so we're going to start with some dynamic movements with some cat to cows, just to work into the spine, spinal mobility. Okay, so chest stacked over your hands, and we're going to work into the wrists as well. Okay, so you're going to take a deep breath in, and then you're going to look up towards the ceiling, retract your shoulders, pull back very slowly from neutral. You're going to come up, deep breath in here, and then one vertebrae at a time. The movement then comes from the pelvis, so check out my pelvis, my core is tight. Breathe out, and again into neutral, retract your shoulders, deep breath in, exhale. One more time here, into neutral, very, very slowly, shoulders retracted, deep breath in through your nose. Press your pelvis upwards, chin comes in towards your chest. And we're going to take it from there through, so your right hand is going to, so you're going to lengthen your left hand so it's a little bit further forward. The right hand is going to come through. Elbow comes up, lengthen. 1, 5 times, okay? in your own time here. So each time, I want you to lengthen your hand a little bit further away if you can. Really reach right the way through. Stay present with the breath. A couple more here. Nice. And then from there, repeat on the other side. Okay, so the other hand is further forward. Left hand comes through. So the knuckles aren't quite touching the floor, but you're just reaching. Then the elbow comes up towards your ribs, then lengthen your arm, looking up towards the fingertips. Really concentrate here, take your time. Spread it right the way through. Okay, so from there you're going to sit into your toes, okay, stretching out into the bottom of the feet, hands on the hips. So this is a toe squat, and we're going to work from there into an ankle stretch. Okay, so you should feel a really nice stretch here into the bottom of the foot. Just manage the weight load accordingly. Okay, you might find that if you press your fingers into the floor, and if you lean forward a little bit, that is more comfortable. But if you feel good in this position, you can just sit up tall. Just be mindful of what you can feel. Maybe stretch into the toes, into the Achilles, into the bottom of the foot as well. Take a deep breath. Arms come above your head. You're going to pull through 3 times here. Deep breath in. So with all of the positions we're going to do today, there's going to be a counter position, okay, to ease off any tension that you may have found. And this is that one, okay, so you're just going to tap out your feet, wiggle your toes as well, just loosen out, okay. So the next one is a calf or ankle stretch, okay, so you'll rest in here if you are comfortable. Next option, you can lean back a little bit more, and from there you can gently come off, okay. Be super mindful here, just relax into this position if that doesn't feel right. If you feel good, you can gently lift off. But the importance here is your focus, being present, seeing what you can feel, and using your hands to support. So maybe you can feel stretching to the front of the foot, up into the ankle as well. Controlled, soft, focused, deep breath. Option, if you're comfortable, hand can come off, other hand can come off as well. We're going to hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly release, and then we're going to just wiggle one side at a time. I'm going to press up into downward facing dog now. Fingers wide, knees soft, push up. Hips back, so chest comes right the way forwards. So feel a stretch maybe into your hamstring. Again, maybe your chest and shoulders. Then I want you to place one foot in between and the other foot comes over the top, and you're just going to gently press into the floor. So this is one working into the Achilles, so the soleus, which is the lower part of the calf muscle just underneath the gastrocnemius. And then you're going to repeat on the other side. Okay, so foot comes into center, press up. If you run, if you cycle, or general body weight work, a fair bit, it's often an area that takes a lot of impact. So it's important to think about strengthening, stretching these areas regularly. Okay, nice. So guys, we're going to do some spinal rotations from there. Right arm comes wide, chest into the floor. You're going to lift up and across. 1. Again, you might find a little bit of a click, so just manage it. If you're comfortable, you can really exaggerate the movement right the way through. So this is my left leg, my left glute is activating, and I'm aiming to get my toe almost to touch this hand, okay? One more time here. You're going to feel stretch into your chest and shoulders, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back down. Repeat on the other side. Other arm long. Reach over. So that glute is activating. Drive up, squeeze. Come right the way over. 1. Option from there. You can draw the elbow over the other side of your body. So lift up. 1 more time through the spine. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Brilliant work. Okay, so you're going to press up from there. Slight back bend. Okay, so you're coming up. Elbows soft, shoulders retracted. So the lace, if you've got trainers on, you'd imagine the front of your foot, the lace of your shoes are resting into the floor. Reduced range of motion option here. So again, your little fingers are resting, shoulders retracted. So this in Yin Yoga is called the Sphinx. And then if you place your hand on the floor, that goes to the seal position, okay? So if you sit down at a desk a lot, this is a nice counter position to work to strengthen your lower back. You may find it's a little bit uncomfortable at times, or if you haven't done it. So you can start just literally here and gradually practice it regularly, and you'll find that range of motion increases. Option for 4 breaths, okay? You can place your hands up. And then again, if you want another option, you can take your head upwards gently. One more breath here. So we're going to counter that position into child's pose, just very gently. Release for 3 breaths, okay? So palms forwards, toes together, knees wide. Deep breath in for 3. Awesome. We're going to find a high plank from there. So we're going to work into the hip. Okay, so high plank position. We're going to take 1 foot so it comes wide. Drop the back knee, and hopefully you can feel a little bit of a stretch into the hip area here. So my right foot is wide, maybe the opposite side, maybe your left hip. Gently push your knee outwards, and elbow comes in towards the floor, up. Reach right the way round, very, very slowly, okay? Elbow to rib, elbow to ankle, and again, up. 1 more time, and then we're going to take it to a twisted dragon stretch, okay? So, if you're comfortable, that foot comes up, and we hang out here. Okay, take some deep breaths here, relax. You might find tension in your hamstrings. We're going to work into that area shortly. Notice what you can feel, maybe the quad, maybe the hip. I can feel maybe a little bit of rain potentially here right now. It's definitely just a cloud, it's just a drizzle. It's going to be lovely day. And then we're going to repeat on the other side. Okay, so foot comes wide. Remember, elbow comes in towards your ankle, elbow comes up towards your rib, lengthen 1. Slowly come right the way down. 2. 3. Hold. On the 3rd one, that arm comes over your shoulder and behind into a twisted dragon position. So guys, just hang out there. We're going to hold for 5 or 6 good breaths here, okay? So really deep breath, exhale slowly, just focus on being present and relaxed into this stretch, okay? So a really great stretch for your quads, for your hips. I always say, but if you sit down a lot, your quads and hips can become quite tight from a very kind of static position. Likewise, your glutes can become underactive and difficult to fire. So this is a great one to use if you, even just in the middle of your day, to have a 5-minute stretch. Use the couch as an option as well here. Take 2 more breaths, okay? Nice. Awesome job. So we're going to take it into a pigeon stretch from there. Okay, before we do that, you can just have a little bit of a bit of a release into the hip area here. Okay, just gently use your thumb just to work and manipulate a little bit of work into there. So if you've got a lacrosse ball, I've got one just down there, I'll show you in a minute. But again, a brilliant area to work in. Sometimes the hips can become a bit immobile, so you know, knee hugs and manipulate, like, you know, self-myofascial release into these areas to get any tightness in and around the hips and glutes, which can affect your movement. Okay, so if you've got a pillow or cushion, this is where you can use it. Okay, so we're going to take it to pigeon. So you're going to go high plank, the foot comes through, square off this front leg, so knee and ankle in line. Take a deep breath, so that back foot is into the floor. We're going to hold for a good minute here. Okay, so manage it, and the intention over the course of the minute is to maybe breathe into the stretch. Okay, so deep breath in. If you've got a pillow or cushion, you can place it underneath your arms, and then you can maybe work into having your forehead relax into the pillow. So let go of everything in this position. That is your intention. Let go of your chest maybe tight, your shoulders tight, your face, the muscles in your face, the jaw. So this is your time now. 3 good breaths in. Deep breath in. And then very slowly rise. We're going to repeat on the other side. Okay, so gently come up. Similar to that position at the start where we're just rolling the feet, the legs, and we're going to then drive the opposite foot in. Relax here. Use that pillow if you have access to it. Breathe deeply. Once again, recheck in with your body, recheck in with your shoulders, your chest. Exhale. 3 breaths here. Deep breath in. Lengthen further. And then slowly release from there. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of windscreen wiper movement. Okay, just to release your hips. Okay, so just resting down and up till from there. Nice. In and out. Okay, and then we're going to take it to a couple of forward folds. We're going to go into Happy Baby, which is a lovely one, and then we're going to pretty much be done. Okay, so butterfly position. So feet come together. Okay, again, if you've got access to your pillow or bolster here, so the soles of your feet are together. So I did a yin yoga course a couple of years ago, so I've just been having a bit of a prep for this morning. I want to try and do maybe some more of these sessions, but just re-familiarising myself with the poses. So take a deep breath, and you can fold. Maybe it's just folding into this position, or maybe you can have your hands gently on the bolster, or your forehead under the bolster. If you've got a dog, access to a dog, maybe they can work as well as a bolster, maybe not. Deep breaths here. We're going to work into the hamstrings as well. So I really hope this has been a beneficial, enjoyable stretch this morning. 3 breaths in, out slowly. Maybe your hands can come a little bit further, and you should feel, hopefully, the lower part of your back into your adductors as well, your inner groin area. And then we're going to work into dragonfly from there. So once again, I want you just to bring your knees into your chest this time. Just give them a hug. And you can gently rock it left and right. We take it into dragonfly. Okay, so feet come wide. Again, it's a forward fold. And you might find in your inner thigh around your knee area. So just really manage that. Okay, so obviously, well, the wider you go, the more you'll feel it in there. I want you to also feel your hamstring. We are going to be holding it for about a minute. So you're going to go in slowly and come out slowly. That's the important part here. Okay. So deep breath. Again, use a pillow or bolster if you like, or you might have the range to have your forearms on the floor. Try not to push too hard. Try and just relax, okay? Whatever will be in this position. Deep breaths. So you're breathing into the area that you are stretching, you're exhaling and relaxing once again. Maybe you've got a little bit of room now to go a little further into the next breath. Deep breath in. Exhale. And then very slowly release. And then you're going to lift one leg up. Notice anything you might feel, and then just rotate gently one way, and then the other side. You might find a little bit of a pinch that maybe you haven't had for a while in the inner part of the thigh, so just notice that and manage that next time you go into that stretch as well. Maybe you went too far, maybe you could have gone a little bit further. Okay, this is about practicing, a bit about mindfulness, about stillness. So from there we're going to go into baby, happy baby. Okay, so you're going to take the big toe, so you're going to come in, knees come in towards your chest, and then just gently pull and just relax here, okay? Just a few breaths here to finish. Option, just straightening your legs out, and then we're going to send them behind your body, knuckles resting on the floor, and then just add in a dynamic stretch into the hamstring, lower part of your back as well. Circling your ankles, knees come towards your chest, gently coming up to a seated position, and we're going to finish with a twist here. Okay, right hand into left knee, left hand into your right hip, gently look over your shoulder. And then repeating on the other side from there. Stretching to the side of the head and neck, left hand towards the floor, starting in neutral position with your head. Gently, if you're comfortable, apply a really small amount of pressure on the side of the head, around just above the ear, and then you're going to come in towards the temple and notice a slightly deeper stretch into your neck. Come up tall, repeat on the other side, so hand towards the floor. You may find your bicep is stretching here, left ear towards your shoulder. Nice little click there. Hand on the temple, gently push it away if you're comfortable. And then release. Nice, awesome job this morning. Thank you so much for joining me, whatever time of day you joined. I really hope you enjoyed it, and just remember, I always say it, but just remember you're about, you're 15, 20 minutes, half an hour this morning away from a bit of calmness, stillness. Incorporate that maybe into your evening with everything that's going on at the moment. Just sit and be present, no phone, maybe a video to follow along, and you will feel so much better for doing that, so much calmer, so much more grounded. And if you're not feeling like doing a strenuous workout, that recovery stretch is always going to be there. So thanks again for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it and have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.